Hello everybody, welcome back. Jordan here. Today we are going to be accomplishing so much here in the Lego room. It is going to be incredible. We're going to be moving modular buildings around in the downtown core. We're going to be converting some modular buildings to mills plates. We're also going to reassemble our residential area on the far end of the city. We're going to move our ocean tables back in place. We're going to give that area a brand new look. We're also going to be building some shelves, cleaning some stuff up in the Lego room, making new shelves, moving backlogs. We're going to be doing a whole bunch of stuff, and I could not be more excited for this vlog because the construction that needed to happen here in the Lego room and the furnace room is now done, so we can get things back up and operational, and it is a very exciting time. And no, your screen is not dirty. That is a mustache. Let's call it March Mustache Madness. There we go. So one of the first things that I wanted to do today was actually reassemble this area over here and move the ocean tables back in spot. However, it's a little bit of a mess. So I've actually changed my mind. The first thing that we're going to do is clean up this hot looking mess right here, which is our Lego backlog to be built. And how do we plan on cleaning that up? Well, we're going to build this shelf right here, which is a steel shelf called the Omar from IKEA. And that's going to go in this room here. And it's going to be a nice spot where we can stow away some mess and clean up the clutter here in the Lego room. So let's get that shelf built and load it up with the backlog. Not a bad little galvanized steel rack from IKEA. I think it costs like 45 bucks or something like that. It's going to do a great job of storing away Lego sets and whatever else we need, right? Hopefully it fits in the furnace room here. Let's check that out. Well, look at that. I mean, it's not neat and tidy by no means, but it's all my extra camera equipment and cases and stuff like that. And then we got some Lego on the bottom shelves here. I was planning on putting a big filing cabinet in here to hold all our instruction manuals, but to tell you the truth, I need to access this stuff here and this stuff here way more often than my instruction manuals. So I'm glad that we decided to put those in the garage and use this space here for the shelf. It's pretty awesome. It worked out really well. And now, of course, we've cleaned up this entire mess down here, so that's good. It's going to be a lot easier to move these tables back into position. And then we're also going to be filling that gap right there as well, so we can build a bigger Lego city, really. I mean, that's not a whole lot of space, but hey, that's more space than what we had before, right? So we all know that I've decided to make some changes here. When we had to get something installed in the mechanical room there, we pushed the Lego city up against the wall. That's where our residential area is, and that's just going to stay like that. We're going to fix up this area here, and we're going to slide back those tables next. Just got to wait for Jose to get home from grabbing groceries, and then we're going to slide that back into position. Now, I said we were going to do some converting of modular buildings, and we're also going to move some modular buildings around here in the downtown core, and we're going to fix up our roads and everything too. Actually, we're going to change this whole corner spot right here. Doesn't really make sense to have assembly square right here. We're going to be changing that up, and we're going to be putting the corner garage right there. Actually, recently I converted the corner garage onto a mills plate, and we customized the roads around it. It's just right over here on my desk. You can see we've got the corner garage looking pretty amazing. And why are these two buildings here? We're actually going to be converting those right away in a live stream. But let's take a look at this one first. So the corner garage was fairly easy to convert to a mills plate. There's not really any tiling on the main floor of it. However, what made it a little bit difficult was actually the driveways that it has. So actually it has 3 different driveways. You can see there's one right here for the garage, and we modified the straight road plate, and we used one of those ramps there from the road plate pack so that vehicles can drive up off the road and go to the garage, which has one of the best garage door mechanisms ever. I love that. So cool that you can wind it up using the wheel on the side there. Then we used another one of those road ramps right here. Now, on the other side is actually wider. These are 8 studs, but this was actually 12 studs. Now, the unfortunate thing is I can't find any parts that will extend these. Like, I can't find the right slopes. I mean, I have a lot of curved slopes, but every single one that I tried, whether it be this or I don't know, other dark blue gray curved slopes in here, these, they don't match up with the ramps from the road plate packs. So there's no way of me extending it. So I just used these 2x2 curved slopes right here, and I think it just worked out perfectly. So that is our custom road for the corner garage. And as you can see, we still need to round these curves right here. It's a little bit harsh. Just got to wait for our parts to arrive from PAB. But we're going to place this in that corner position in the Lego City. So why don't we do that now to free up some space here on our desk. So this is where the corner garage used to be, and there used to be a road leading out of the city right there. You can see there's a big chunk missing. And we're going to put it right here where the assembly square is. So all I have to do is really just push this down so that it goes up against the bookstore. And then we'll take these roads out and we'll put the quadrant of 4 there. That's funny. When I was placing this, I realized that I had a vent way out of whack there. Must have grabbed it when I was meaning to grab a 1x2. But yeah, we'll fix that up. There we go. It's going to be placed right away. Just like that there. But now I've got to fill in this right here with light bluish gray, just so you can't see those funky colors. Oh, I've got to fix that too. What's that red plate doing there? That's funny. I better fix all that right now. There we go. That looks nice and clean for sure. I love that. It's like I was saying earlier, we have this road leading out over here. We could probably get rid of that eventually, but at this point, we may as well leave it there because we got a lot of open space in the Lego City, so filling in the space is essential. We will be connecting this road here. I've just got to wait to move this table with Jose, right? So I think the next thing that we're going to do here in this vlog is convert those modular buildings that were on the desk over there, the Lego store and also the Parisian restaurant. So they are actually over here. So as you can see, we're jumping over to the other side of the Lego City to work on different spots, I guess. We're jumping all over the place in this vlog. Oh yeah, also, my mess is still here, but that's not my point. We made a whole bunch of Mills plates the other day. So we got another couple roads there. I guess those are the roads that we replaced. But you can see we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Mills plates ready to go. So we can convert our buildings onto those, or we could just use these as temporary park plates so that the gaps between the standard base plates and the Mills plates don't look so awkward. Just like that there. So if we don't want to take the time to whip up a bunch more of these park plates at this time, or path plates or sidewalk plates, whatever you want to call them, we could just fill them in with green just so we don't see that gap and we can sort of better visualize what it's going to look like. So I'm sure we'll do something like that in this vlog as well. But let's convert some more modular buildings. Well, we actually converted way more modular buildings than I originally anticipated. We've got my custom Lego store done here, Jose's custom bakery, the alternate build for the pet shop, which is actually a bookshop, the Parisian restaurant, and the downtown diner. Let's take a quick look at all of these buildings. The downtown diner is just a beaut. I love the exterior design. It's like a jukebox, right? Interior has everything that you would expect, like a checkered floor, a nice countertop there, some drinks on tap, also some coffee. Right here we've got a little area where the cooks will cook up some pancakes and stuff. Also some bacon, it looks like there maybe. I got a jukebox, got some of those stars that you can see on the exterior of the Palace Cinema. It's not brick to the wall there. A couple bucket seats and a place to sit. And a gumball machine. Little gym here on the second floor where we've got a punching bag and a boxing ring. Clock mounted to the wall there. Some dumbbells in the corner. A bench right there. And also a water jug. It's really nice looking at these modular buildings. I completely forgot that we have a recording studio up top here. Lots of great details. I'm glad that we had a look. I forgot that this was even here. It looks pretty cool. Probably one of the most popular modular buildings is the Parisian restaurant. Look at that. Somebody's proposing out on the patio. There's a nice compact kitchen inside there. A checkered floor. Lots of tiles. You got the waiter right there. A couple different places to sit. And then a little bar right there as well. Got a bachelor pad here, got a bed that will fold into the wall, a fireplace right there, and then just a little kitchen. The roof design of the Parisian restaurant is just beautiful and actually has some functionality as well. It can flip open just like that there to reveal an art studio. The bookshop alternate build of the pet shop was a doozy to convert. Definitely the hardest one to convert so far. It's just not as well as designed as some of the Lego modular buildings, but still, it's great. I love the angles and, of course, the cat reading the book. We got a bookshop on the main floor here. There's a nice book cabinet there, a cash register, and then a little storage area right there. I like how there's books on display in the front window. Makes sense, right? Up the stairs, we've got a full apartment here with a highly detailed bathroom and kitchen, where you can see a kitchen table, fridge, microwave, and some other accessories. Some of these accessories just sit loose in here, so when you move your modular building around, you'll see them just sort of toppled all over the floor. But a pretty cool little apartment. Specifically because it's actually 2 floors. You can make your way upstairs, and that's where the bedroom is, and also a workout bench. Jose's bakery was inspired by a rebrickable model, but she fully customized it with the parts that we had available in our inventory. I love it. It looks beautiful. I love the use of the ingot pieces. Also, the cheese wedge roof adds a nice design, and there's all sorts of subtle Easter eggs that would hint that this is a bakery, such as the icing dripping over the front window and front door, and all sorts of other chocolate bakery looking themes and colors. Nicely tiled interior with all sorts of goods for sale behind the counter there. And this is where all the baking happens. You can see a fresh batch of cookies was just made on top of the stove there. There's also a fridge and some ovens right there as well, and a staircase leading to the top floor. And on the top floor is where most of the decorating happens, a little more spacious over here, so you can use your creativity to decorate all the different desserts and get them ready for sale. And then we've got our custom Lego store right here. It's pretty cool. It's got all sorts of Lego sets for sale, and also some Lego sets in showcases around the perimeter walls there. We've got some displays on the sales floor there, and also a nice cash counter with a large pick-a-brick wall just behind that cash counter. All sorts of awesome sculptures built, such as the X-Wing, the A-Wing, Darth Vader's castle, the Hogwarts castle, and many more around the ceiling of the Lego store. So it's a pretty fun place to head to and grab some Lego in the city of Brickmanton. So we converted all of these buildings in one building session. It was about 3 hours long, and Jose helped me in the tail end of it there. It's not too bad, actually. I got a lot more done today than we originally anticipated, so it's pretty awesome. Glad to have all of these converted, and slowly but surely we're converting all of the modular buildings in the Lego City. The modulars look really good, hey? So now it's time to place them in their positions here in the Lego City, and we'll also place some of those plates around there so it just hides some of those colorful bricks. And then in addition to that, we're going to move these tables, reorganize our residential area here, and transform this area of the Lego City, and then we'll have a look at the end product. So I'm working away on the city, right? It is taking longer than expected. Check out my pocket. This is just hilarious. Because I'm changing all the roads and making it all link together and making it all evenly distributed. And that's my pocket. All right, after what seemed to be hours and hours, no, wait a minute, it was actually the whole day. So it was more than hours and hours. We've got what we wanted to achieve done today. Actually, not everything. But let's start right over here in the residential area. Yeah, I know it doesn't look that good right now, and there's a big gap right here. But I decided to pump the brakes on this project because we want to focus on the downtown core. We want to focus on converting modular buildings. But look at that. There's a big gap there. It's actually 10 inches by that length, whatever that is there. And I'm going to create a custom table that's going to go right there. It's going to be super easy. Just got to cut a piece of melamine, put some wood on the bottom of it so it matches the thickness of the Linman tables. Probably put a leg on the end of it so it's supported in the back there and it goes over top of that cabinet. And then we're going to have all of this space over here. But what we want to do is continue working on the downtown before we do that. Now, this is our basic layout for the residential area. Yeah, we know it doesn't look the best right now, but there's a lot of work to be done here. So you can see the two-way road right here is going to transition into the one-ways in the residential area here, which will do a one-way circuit going around all of these different houses. We've put some of our larger properties in the center here, such as the McAllister's house and also the Simpsons house. When we convert the McAllister's house to a Mills plate, we will be giving it 2 by 1.5 base plates so that we can actually do a nice driveway for it. Now we have to make more one-way streets here, and obviously we have to build a bunch of stuff here and convert a bunch of modular buildings, and obviously this layout will change for sure, but it's good to know that everything is now aligned properly, and that's why you see all of these oddball plates clipped together. It's just like a little Lego City rough draft. That's what we always do when we're building our Lego cities. Just make sure that everything is aligned because when you're dealing with a Lego city that's this size, it's hard to make sure that everything is aligned, because for the most part, it'll become like one stud off. Now, when we moved over this entire Lego city up against the pillar there to try and reduce this gap here, or make these roads align a little bit, it didn't quite do the trick. You can see it's just a little bit off. These two tiles right here should line up. So it's about 4 studs roughly. So how are we going to fix that problem? Well, right here is 2 base plates. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a 2 base plate mills plate, and we're going to offset the road in the center of it. Then we'll probably put like a park or something right here, and then maybe we can even make it wider here. We could put some sort of bus station right there. I think that'll work. One thing we might do is we might move the school right over here so they have a playground, and the school will transition into the residential area, and then once again there'll be a bus station there. But we're going to fix this problem here with a 2 base plate mills plate, which will line up from there all the way to there, and it'll be just perfect. Because if we put 1 base plate there, it comes out a little bit further, because you can see it's actually right up against the wall there. So yeah, to make that work, that's how we're going to fix that problem. Now, something I'm tremendously stoked on is actually the road plates. So I actually went around and redid all of the tiling. So now all of the road plates are actually clipped together with 2x4 tiles. And that means this whole circuit here is perfectly clipped together, meaning we've got a perfect grid. And I'm going to tell you right now, the last 2 tiles to put down were tough. I had to like move everything, and you can see there is a lot of strain on those tiles. Whoa, those are the last 2 that I clipped down. They are under a lot of pressure right now. Why is that? That's just because when we moved the entire city, is a little bit of misalignment. So that should be solved as we build more mills plates and as we lay more mills plates, because they are going to lock in the city. The reason it's not locked in perfectly right now is because we have a combination of base plates with mills plates, and it is just sort of, they're not really compatible as well as all mills plates would be. So the buildings that we placed in the downtown core, we finished off this block here. We've got the bookshop, we've got the Lego store, then we have the downtown diner right there. You can see they're all on mills plates now. They blend together pretty beautifully. There's a little bit of misalignment happening. That's just because, once again, not everything is on a mills plate yet. You can see on this side here, these are base plates, so it's not all hunky-dory, not all pressed up against one another yet, because we don't have what we call our perimeter locking it all in spot. For example, these mills plates that I put down here are not interlocked together yet, whereas the roads are all interlocked, which are going to perform or make that perfect grid so that our modular buildings will sit flush together. But these ones just have nothing locking them in spot yet, and they're not held together by pins or tiles, so that's why there's a little bit of a gap there. We have our university there, then our bakery, then our Parisian restaurant. So we got a lot done today. We converted 5 modular buildings. Jose and I will be converting modular buildings for a full day coming up here. That's 8 hours, both of us going at it. So a combined total of 16 hours. We will sit down and we will convert modular buildings for an entire workday each. We have slated some time in our schedule to do that, which is awesome, because as you saw today, we got 5 done in about 3 hours roughly. And that was about Jose only helping me for about half the time. So if we both sit down for 8 hours together, we should be able to get like 10 or 15 or maybe even 20 modular buildings converted. And then this downtown core will be pretty close to being done. And then once that's done, we can transition into the residential area, which is going to be a huge project, but it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm probably going to end up converting one of these onto a mills plate just to try it out, just because I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Probably the hillside house. If not the hillside house, then the apple tree house, which is hidden right here. I just think we're going to be able to do so much more with the pathways and stuff like that, where we have fallen over dogs and whatnot. I think we're going to be able to create so much more detail with the houses and whatnot on a mills plate. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm really stoked on it. Got a lot of stuff done today, put a full day in. I don't know, I started about, what, 10, something like that, and it is 7:09 now, so it has been a full day, and now we're going to go produce this video here. It has been terrific. I'm stoked. Got so much accomplished. Thank you so much for coming on by. Remember, like, subscribe, and stay tuned for some more great stuff coming out in the very near future. Peace out.